All right. Who here's watched? Well, who watched the original Lilo and Stitch? Surely everybody.
Me.
Remember to click off the record button so that stopping and starting this doesn't end the recording.
Yes.
I've had that happen a few times. God, it's been funny.
I am a professional. Shut your whore mouth.
I have never watched the original Lilo and Stitch. I might as well start this conversation off.
Oh, you're missing out.
What?
We gotta
Serious?
Okay.
We got to
There
watch
we go.
that movie night, Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not an EYEBLEACH movie, but we
That's a good
definitely
one.
need to. Yeah, we need to sort that out. You got to make sure it's the one that's not edited, where she hides in the cupboard. No, we want the one where she.
Oh,
hides
I thought you were
in the
going to say the one that has the 9/11 reference.
What?
That's kind of the one I was talking about, because that's funnier.
It is.
Oh man, I thought.
Not that scene, but the unedited. Which
For those
is
of you who don't know, there is two versions of Lilo and Stitch. When they hijack the plane and they're flying through the mountains, the original is they were flying through the city, but censors were like, we can't have a passenger plane flying in between high-rise buildings in a movie literally just after 9/11.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie also had the same treatment of like there was a really cool scene with the Twin Towers, and they had to cut it.
Yeah,
Well, they weren't there anymore.
Yeah.
they couldn't shoot it on location anymore. So.
Yeah. So Demon's never actually watched the original Lilo and Stitch.
I've seen
I'm sure you,
probably the whole movie in like disjointed clips.
just from osmosis, just like if you absorbed it.
Cultural osmosis.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
not even that far-fetched.
No, it's not. All right. Well, let's just play. So you other two have seen. Has anyone watched the trailer for this?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I watched half of it before I'm like,
Yes.
oh, we need to watch this later. Anyway, let's watch.
I got very excited, so I couldn't wait for this one.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment. Where is
Oh.
he?
He escaped.
He's trying to find the police cruisers.
He took the
Yep,
red one.
he took the red one.
What hideous planet is caught in your
It sounds like they got the original voice actor for Stitch,
A shooting star!
which is good.
I wish for a
There are a
friend,
lot of people that could probably just do
like a best
like Stitch's
friend.
voice.
I really hope they include the part where Lilo punches that girl's face.
What the hell?
Yeah, that'd be good. Let's go.
He's so cute and fluffy.
He is your responsibility. Got it.
We promise.
Is someone concerned that he's blue? I guess you got blue healers.
People have
They're
been
bluish.
calling for the Sonic treatment on him to make him like biblically accurate monster.
No, he looks. This is what he's meant to look like.
He looks pretty good.
Fine.
No dogs on the table.
No, I think they want the opposite treatment. Well, he's too cute. Make him a horrible.
We are not keeping this thing.
Ohana means family.
This-
Family means nobody gets left behind.
That's a pretty good Lilo.
Stitch bad.
Sometimes family
No, you're
isn't
not bad,
perfect.
Stitch.
That
No.
doesn't mean they aren't good.
This is one hell of a parasocial relationship
I don't think you're supposed
you
to do
have
that.
with this fucking
With
creature.
Stitch? Yeah, because it's vaguely dog-like.
I was about to say, yeah, it's just
Yeah. Ever so solid.
Vague
It's
dog.
actually, it's an untrained menace. No wonder Marloette loves it so much.
here we go. Here's the point of contention. That is not Bubbles.
The best character in all time. Not Peakley. Him.
Oh, ice cream or ice cone man. Does he have a
God,
name?
I could go for a fucking shaved
I'm gonna
ice.
give you to the count of 3, Stitch. 1.
You're giggling too much. Oh,
It's adorable. Who wouldn't want a little Stitch?
me.
You
Because
really showed Stitch.
I want to keep my house in order.
It's not in order as it is. You can't
Yeah.
talk.
Maybe I've just never seen the original animation, but I would shoot Stitch with an anti-material rifle if he showed up. That thing scares the shit out of me.
Here's, here's my big.
What's scary about
And
this?
based on what I know, it wouldn't matter because he's invulnerable.
I just don't like live-action Disney films.
Okay, so
Call me a
There's a-
hater. I hate the live action films.
I think this could be a redeemer.
I disagree.
Yeah, after the fucking like 8 flops that they've had. In fact, they're not even flops. Flops is generous. They actively destroyed the brand.
Flop indicates that it went up at some point. No,
It's-
like,
Here's my problem. I would much rather they spent the money on this live action on a new IP, animated film IP.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that because their investors are like, we can't risk it. We need
No,
the
but
money.
I don't like what I consider to be a pointless remake.
yeah, that's
I
kind of where
understand where you're coming from, but I think
You're
for
you're
me
in,
this is
you
like
have.
a,
Sorry, you go.
you're infatuated.
No,
Yeah.
no. So like I'm trying to be I'll be pretty neutral with it. Like
No,
I'm-
you're not.
You will
uh,
not.
no, I'm excited
Liar.
to see it. But if it does any of that woke agenda garbage, then like it's really gonna, I'm not gonna be excited about this.
From
You know what I mean?
everything the
So,
trailer
right,
shows.
So keep in mind, I've never seen this movie, but my understanding is that the whole movie is built around the central theme of, regardless of what he's done in his past, he deserves to be loved and deserves a family.
Or what he is.
Not
rather.
really. Like he hasn't actually
In-
done anything. He's just like a
No, he's
monster
Well,
thing.
he's a weapon. He
Yeah,
was
no, but he's-
manufactured as a weapon.
He was designed to be destructive.
yeah, but the point
And
He's the
he
ultimate
never-
weapon.
Yeah, but he never actually got the chance to destroy things. The
He-
stuff he
He's
destroys
just a
is
chihuahua.
like, except instead of socks, it's furniture.
That's very specific to
Yeah.
your
The-
chihuahua.
To your
a
chihuahua.
bunch of the film is just finding family, essentially.
Yeah,
And
it's
being
just about
accepted.
like
And family is not just the people you're born with, it's the people who are around you, the people who you call your friends.
This really looks like it's just an almost shot for shot remake. So
He looks legit like a koala.
yeah, he kind of does.
Like very close to a koala.
If you gave a
Smooth.
koala meth.
But
he looks
like,
exactly what he was meant to from the
yeah, he looks pretty
original
good.
movie.
But I'm saying, like, why? Why do we need a shot for shot remake of a movie that already exists? It already
Yeah.
fucking
Go watch the
like
original movie.
they're doing this, like How to Train Your Dragon, like this, and How to Train Your Dragon live action. Look, pretty
Yeah, he
good,
is.
but at the same time,
Yeah.
the movie's out. We've already watched it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's for those who've I like to think of it as it's for those who have watched the original.
And
And
want to
they want
watch
to
it
see-
again, and then
I do.
complain.
No.
I want to see Lilo and Stitch live action. Like I have,
I
I,
think-
hope.
I don't
Yeah, like-
understand that. Yeah,
I
I
think
really,
like
I really
all the
don't
brownie
understand
points
that.
that we cashed in when actual creative people worked on this and released an amazing movie, when I cash all those brownie points in to get those 30-year-olds who loved this with possibly their kids to come and buy tickets to make some money off of
I
this.
think that is the goal here. It's like this isn't a movie.
But
It's
there's a
nostalgia,
fatal
mate.
flaw.
I have no
Because
kids.
if I was a 30-year-old with a kid and I loved this movie, I would just like show them the movie.
I think it's like
Yeah,
it's
that's
something to
Already
do.
exists.
It's something to do on the weekends. Like, oh, let's go watch this movie. I know I like the original, and now my kid gets to watch it in theaters. But I'm like, just why? Why does this need to
That's-
exist?
Yeah, that's what really
imagine?
gets me too.
But
is
it's
that
not-
Can you imagine if we got a well-animated
anything.
sequel?
I was thinking like just
There
do a
is
sequel.
Lilo and Stitch movie though. That second one.
Yeah, there is. I think there was a straight to DVD one, and then there was a TV show that was pretty popular. But like, why not just do a sequel? Like, you're already wasting all of this fucking money. I guess.
They've done so many. They don't need to do like Lilo and Stitch. There's 600. What is it?
That-
626 experiments out there. Spoiler alert.
No, I'm not saying like do a different alien thing. I'm saying like just make an
Like,
animated
have-
sequel to the original movie.
Have
Make
Lilo
something
go
new.
into like high school. Have
Yeah.
like a high school aged drama.
There you
about,
go.
like,
Or
Lilo
middle
going
school.
to high school and
Or-
Stitch
Or give
growing
us a
up.
new IP, anything. I don't understand why this is needed. It's like I can get
You
behind
know
live
why?
action remakes, as in a remake
Money.
of a live action film, because maybe the film was made in the 70s and there's not enough technology for that. I can get behind that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a
But-
live action remake of The Rocketeer.
Yeah, but most
I would be
animated
down for that.
films are just like, oh, it was animated,
Actually
and you
wouldn't
can
be
do
too
crazy
bad.
things because it's animated.
I think okay, my stance on remakes is like you had a good idea and you just didn't quite hit the mark, but the idea was good. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
or even like,
I
look
got
at
let's say
look, I
this.
got a
how
good
many
example.
times
Let's say
Dune.
Dune,
Dune,
yeah, Dune, great idea,
Yeah.
great example. I was thinking,
Doom, the movies. Doom,
no,
like,
not
Doom with Carl Urban.
no, not Doom,
No,
Yeah, Dune.
fucking
Dune.
spoon,
No, Dune.
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 It's a great game. They
Is it-
tried to make a movie, didn't work, and they had an even worse movie that didn't work. They had a couple terrible games, but now look at it. Bethesda's showing it off. It's great.
Okay, yeah, but we're
Yeah,
talking
it's a
about
game.
films in this case.
And all the
there's
games
also
have been
Dune,
good.
Yes, I've seen
Yeah,
the
3
original
was
Dune.
okay.
So,
I was
in
thinking
the-
June. I was actually
Yeah,
thinking the Blob, because the original The Blob movie came out in like 1950, and it was kind of It was a decent
There
enough
was
idea.
a remake,
And then
though.
they did a remake in the
Yes,
80s that
yeah.
is quite. It's pretty good. It even stands up today, like practical effects and all that.
It's just a good
practical,
example.
like practical effects stand up.
Yeah,
And they're
practical
really good.
effects always stand up. That's why Terminator
But,
2 looks good.
The Thing.
Yeah. Well,
That
the,
was
the thing's
The
a
Thing was an
timeless
awesome
classic.
movie. Yeah. And then look, I like what they tried to do with the prequel. It's just if they had have stuck with practical effects, I think it wouldn't have been as bad as it was.
It hurts even more because they did do practical effects. And
they
then
covered them up with CGI.
covered it up with
Yup.
CGI because reasons. No.
But yeah, no,
I don't
I
I
remember
hate
seeing about
I hate the Disney
very
live
good
action
movies.
remakes.
Okay,
Despise them.
honestly, the real reason it's because they make money. It's money. You don't have to write a script. It's a tried and true story that's already like. I was thinking like, I mean, the Lion King inverted commas live action movie because they're not live action. They're just CGI instead
Definitely not the Lion King. Like this one is
They
live
trained
action.
actual
Yeah.
lions to talk and then covered them up with CGI. Yep.
That would be-
Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
I haven't watched that one, but it's like I don't know.
Oh.
I can honestly see maybe like the classic, like I get like the Little Mermaid, Snow White, Cinderella. Like if you made like a dedicated
Mine-
live action version, I can kind of see that. Sure.
I just had a memory like return from the ether.
Oh dear.
It was just after the release of The Lion King, the live action quote unquote movie, the realistic Lion King.
The one where
Somebody
you
was
have to tell the
posting
lines
about
apart.
Yeah, someone was posting either like, please don't spoil The Lion King for those who haven't seen it. We're like, what?
That movie's 30 years old, you idiot.
Yeah.
And
was
it's
like,
also one of the most
I was like, spoiler
highest
alert.
rated- Yeah,
Like,
spoiler.
everyone's
Actually-
seen the
dies.
fucking
Isn't it
Lion
based
King.
on isn't it based on Hamlet? So it's like 600 years old. Fuck off.
Kind of. So it's actually based off a Japanese. I'm not sure how accurate it was, but there was a Japanese anime called Kimber. I think it was
Kimber
White
the
Lion.
Amazing Talking Lion.
And yeah, and then they were like, Kimber, that's a little bit ethnic. Simba though. And yeah, they made the Lion King.
Oh, how Hollywood has changed.
I'm not sure
Anyway.
if they were both based off Hamlet or they just stole the idea from the. I haven't seen Kimber the White Lion. I probably
I have.
am not. Have you really? How is it?
Stereotypes
It's
exist.
fine.
It's alright.
It suffers from early 80s, 90s Japanese animated film. Yeah, I mean, look, it's
So everyone
like
screamed out their special attacks.
yeah. Kimber used lightning punch, and it was pretty fucking cool.
Ooh.
The Kamehameha wave. or something.
Yeah, but it's definitely less watchable than the OG Lion King film.
That's because The Lion King was a work of goddamn art.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Honestly, Prince
Can
of
you
Egypt.
blame it? Can you blame it for stealing things? If it just did it better?
I mean, look,
Talking about stealing things, Prince of Egypt stole many things of its plot, and it was a banger.
Prince of Egypt.
Have you read it? Have you read the Prince of Egypt? Or not read what? I should say.
No,
You
I
watched the Prince
haven't.
of Egypt?
There's a lot of stuff. I need to watch The Emperor's New Groove. I need to watch
What?
The Road to El
Okay.
Dorado. I need to
Okay,
watch.
fuck. What's wrong with you? What are you even?
When he was
Bro,
a
I
child,
didn't-
when he was a child, he yearned
didn't
for the
watch- I
mines,
didn't
and that's where his
I didn't
father sent
watch
him.
movies.
He woke
If they
up.
were-
like The Lion King, a few other things, and then I just got older, and then I was like, "Hey, anime's pretty cool," and I just did that instead. Like,
If there were
No.
alien imposters, you'd
the
be
My-
shot.
pipeline's
You'd be
real.
one of the first people shot. People would come up to you and say, "Hey, have you seen name any old film?" And you'll be like, "No, actually, I haven't watched it yet." And they'd shoot you because that's not a human
Yeah,
response.
look, that's
Correct.
deserved. I barely am human at the moment.
I just assume like your Dema, 6 years old, wakes up. His dad realizes he hasn't got coal dust all over his little cheeks and hands. Immediately, like gives him a cup of black coffee and a cigarette and sends him on his way to the mines.
The children.
Dude, all I
unit
did
of
actually when I
mine.
was younger was I played Minecraft, and my dad did
Ugh.
actually work in the mines. Maybe there's something
See?
there. Maybe there's not.
Maybe it's all that coal dust you.
It was the
unintentionally
digital
inhaled.
the mine.
No, he
dust.
worked in a lead mine, so it
Oh,
explains
even
my
better.
like rampant brain damage.
Yeah. That explains a few things.
Yeah. Anyway, like,
I'm gonna miss you.
Damn, accidentally
We're-
doxing myself with heavy metal poisoning.
hooray! At what point do you decide a movie it should be would be remade? Is it a time thing? Is it just like
I
It'd be
think
an
it's-
IP thing.
They're
Okay.
not even really remakes. They're more like remasters. You're just fucking you're
So-
not actually
Yeah,
changing
kind of,
anything.
yeah.
You're just updating the fucking.
that's
It's
a
it's
really
fucking
good.
Naughty Dog. Disney's just turned into
Yeah.
fucking Naughty Dog.
Oh,
with
what's
The
that?
Last of Us.
What's that, bro? You haven't played The Last of Us Part 1, Part 17 this time?
Remastered.
Fucking the
We've-
8th remake this fucking month.
I mean, if you look carefully, you'll notice Ellie's cuticles are now slightly angular to give her a more realistic view of the world. Or some bullshit.
Meanwhile-
Unlike the previous 3 iterations of the remasters, her moles are actually correct to her body, just
Ooh.
like in the original. Yeah, they made that
Wonderful.
mistake around the 8th remake when they did some funky mapping. Didn't really work out.
Joel's.
Meanwhile, Bloodborne stuck in 30 FPS hell.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what you get when someone's like, "We're gonna make this for console." Oh, consoles got better though. They
I
got better,
can't-
guys.
I can't believe how popular like Elden Ring and stuff has become, made everything mainstream, and we're
It's
and
because they're
Bloodborne.
good games.
No,
Everything
yes,
else
no,
is
no,
shit.
They're good games, but Bloodborne still hasn't got a remaster, and we're on The Last of Us Part 6
No,
remaster.
why would they? No, go ahead. You know what? Fucking is it Konami? Who does it? FromSoft.
Konami.
From Soft.
FromSoft.
Yeah,
all
FromSoft.
the
Yeah,
developers.
because FromSoft believes, right? They believe in actually innovating. They don't
Incorrect.
believe in going back.
It's because
Not remaking
Sony
shit.
Sony owns it. That's the reason. That's my understanding. Anyway. Sony owns exclusive rights to Bloodborne.
I
That's
would
why it
give
never
your left
came out on
nut
anything
to
else.
Get that remastered.
Where meanwhile, Elden Ring came out and everything.
Why do I have to lose a nut? Fuck you.
Look, I would
Yeah.
watch this, but I really like your take of like this isn't a remake, this is a remaster. When they're just almost shot for shotting it.
Everything is required to make money, but there are things that aren't cash grabs, like the
I think-
Star
I
Wars
think-
prequels.
I
Those
think
were,
there's a.
those were just to tell a story. They
Uh,
weren't
I
good.
think
I was thinking the Evil Dead movies that came out, like the ones without Ash, that were just set in the universe.
yeah.
You know, I actually really liked that one that was set in the apartment building. That was legitimately like kind of creepy. Like that was like the end was a little, but for the most part, most of that movie was pretty goddamn solid. Even the remake that was, I mean, they did gender swap, like Ash was Ashley or whatever. But
Whatever.
like the base, like the very extreme base of the story was like haunted cabin, creepy book, go. But like for the most part, it was different. They used the premise, but didn't just fucking remake the goddamn movie.
Yeah, I think there's a very big difference between a film that has like artistic intent and
Yeah.
then a film that's just like, and here's franchise number 7.
Well, look at what they're
Yeah.
doing with Marvel.
I don't want to.
They're rebooting the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I don't think they're going to reboot it. It won't be a
No, they're-
reboot.
they're
It'll be a
rebooting it.
soft.
All the phases are out, so they're doing the Avengers Part 2, but this time with even less recognizable names.
Okay, this is a completely different tangent, but like, who are the
Yeah.
Avengers? Like, as of right now, what Avengers? Like,
Yeah, they're-
Avengers assemble. Who's turning up?
the flow of this conversation just got torpedoed. Anyway,
Is it Falcon? I think Falcon's the only
I
Avenger.
think you mean Captain America. You bigot.
Captain American
I
Falcon.
thought it was Captain a hand-me-down.
Yeah,
Captain Falcon.
yeah, Captain Hand-Me-Down.
Yeah, so it's him and Ironheart, who I think was in the fucking TV show that didn't do anything.
Did they release? They didn't. That show's not out yet.
I thought it was,
That
because
show
there's
I
already people ragging on fucking like
because there's like a few there's a few screenshots out there, and she looks like she's wearing a fucking Power Rangers costume, and it's glorious. Glorious.
Back to Lilo and
Power
Stitch,
Rangers
right.
aren't that
Cool.
bad.
I
Talking
think
about
dragging down the Power Rangers by
Yeah.
the same
yeah,
sentence as Marvel.
don't talk smack
Green
about
Ranger
Power
for
Rangers
life.
like that in front of me. Yeah,
I
Green
think-
Ranger's
all the
fine.
way.
I think you
Baby
got
Joe Johnson. Woo!
woo.
Never seen the
Wood.
Power Rangers either, actually.
That's
Or
okay.
JDF,
It's not,
JDF.
it
I watched
wasn't
the live
for
action
everyone.
remake. Oh, actually, that's a bit weird to say because they're all live action. I watched the movie. You know,
The
the really
movie.
bad one. Yeah.
And that was
Yes, I
filmed
watched
in
it too.
Sydney.
The one where they fight with Centrepoint Tower in Sydney. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Was it
Yeah.
really in Sydney?
yeah, it's filmed in Sydney.
Okay.
yeah. So
Based
cool.
in America.
I didn't really pay attention at all. So
No, it
I'm
wasn't a
not
good
surprised.
film.
It was not. I like the frog
Hey,
robot.
hey, that was
Back
a
on
good
topic.
movie
Um,
for its time, okay?
No, it wasn't.
I think we spent about
Shut
3
your
minutes talking about
discursive
Lilo
mouth.
and Stitch, and
we're
this
just
is like
we're-
20
yeah, we're
minutes
just
later.
having an
wasn't it?
argument. Yeah. All right,
Well,
Lilo
hang
and
on,
Stitch
let,
as a
let
remake.
let me just finish this. I think they hit with some remakes. They do really well. So I'm going to say like Cinderella, for example. I thought that was I wouldn't say, oh my God, I want to go back and watch it at the cinemas again and again and again. But I think they did a good job. Same with Beauty and the Beast.
It did have
I
James
think-
Corden in it though, and
Yes, but I suppose maybe it's hard because like for you guys, like
I think
These
like
are
listen, Disney princess movies are not aimed at me.
yeah, I think that's why it's hard for you guys to get behind it.
I'm a
Because
middle-aged. I'm a
you didn't-
30-year-old man. This movie didn't entertain me. It's a bad movie.
No, I'm not necessarily
Yes.
saying that. I'm saying it's like you didn't grow up with like these princesses or these Disney characters. So,
I
like-
get that, but like I think like things like Lilo and Stitch and The Lion King, like those movies that were generically aimed at children.
Yeah, but I think like so my view on it is the remakes kind of bring it back to life for those kids who originally saw these movies.
It brings it back to the forefront of
Aye.
the public mind.
I
Just
guess,
like
but
Ghost.
like, listen, honestly,
But they're not remakes.
I would be
they're
all-
remasters.
I
and
would
as
almost
remasters,
be
they do
more-
what they need to do.
I would be almost more impressed though, just like, hey guys, March, Lilo and Stitch back in theaters. You can go watch it. Make it a discount. Make it $5 a ticket. Take your kids.
So the the Powerpuffs is another one we can talk about. But
No,
maybe we'll
is that show ever coming out? Who knows?
No,
Anyway,
it's
don't
oh,
know.
what's this?
the live action thing.
What have I got here?
Oh yeah, we do need to show.
What have I got here?
Yeah,
Shut up! Let me have my jacket. Give me my
you can
jacket.
have your moment.
It's a
need-
cardigan.
Shh. Don't you fucking speak.
A woolly
Don't forget
pully
to
if you're
like,
in the
follow, and
Navy.
subscribe.